me see if I can lower it with one hand. Hello! It's both very nice to be here with you, and also I wish that we would stop meeting like this. My son is almost 5, and he's been protesting this pipeline since he was in utero. And while it's nice to be in very good company, it would be nice to do other things together instead. So that's the goal. So I got elected in October, the same time that the IPCC report came out giving us 12 years to dramatically shift course. And Vancouver declared a climate emergency in January, not because we were trying to be provocative, but because we are in a climate emergency. Climate change isn't just a concern that we should worry about for our children and our grandchildren. It's wreaking havoc with people's lives today, and we know that it's only going to get worse. This is an emergency, and it's about time that we acted like it, which is why Vancouver and many other local governments are doing everything that we can. And I know that I've seen at least a couple of my council colleagues here. I saw Jean Swanson and I see Adrian Carr. I am grateful to be in good company, and I'm sure we have some city staff here too who have been working hard across departments on this with us. In Vancouver, we're working in every way that we can to step up our climate action to meet the urgency of the emergency. So for us, this looks like land use. It means thinking about housing policy as climate policy. It means talking about a lot of cheer for housing policy. Some very nerdy, my people here. It means talking about dramatically expanding public transportation and active transportation. It means getting our buildings to zero, to carbon neutral. And we're talking about doing all of this in a way that reduces inequality while we reduce our emissions. It is exciting to be part of, but here's the thing. Local governments can't do this alone, and it's disheartening to be doing everything that we can to meet the IPCC targets. Well, the federal government undoes our efforts by encouraging the expansion and export of fossil fuels. We have a huge task ahead of us, friends, to mobilize our collective focus and energy to shift our entire economy very quickly to zero carbon in a manner that ensures that no workers and no communities are left behind. This is daunting, but it is doable. And lucky for all of us, Indigenous leadership and young people and the emerging movement for a Canadian version of the Green New Deal are laying out the work ahead. Lucky for us also that we've made this kind of whole economy transition before. When Canada joined World War II, we shifted the focus of our entire economy in the span of 2 years with new crown corporations and caps on profits and families growing food to feed one another. There is this time more to lose if we fail, but there's also more to gain if we succeed. We can build a stronger economy off of fossil fuels, an economy not so reliant on boom and bust cycles. And alongside it, we can have more localized jobs, cleaner air, healthier relationships, less social division. All of these things are within our reach if we focus all of our efforts on that task. And we know our timeline is short, which is why the climate scientists articulated it so well for us. Every action matters. Every bit of warming matters. Every year matters. Every choice matters. That's why it's so clear we are in a climate emergency, and in a climate emergency, you don't build a pipeline. Do you want to say no more pipelines? Thank you very much. Thank you for your tireless work.
A big thank you to Councillor Boyle and all the communities along the pipeline and Tanker Road who have been a big part of the opposition to this project. Can we give them a round of applause? And while we're doing shout outs, I just wanted to mention, I think I saw Jenny Kwan over here earlier, MP for Vancouver East, so welcome Jenny Kwan for us. Great. So as we know, we're headed into this climate emergency, and one song that has been particularly powerful, it's kind of echoed all across the continent and around the world, came out of the Occupy movement. And I'd like, if you'd humor me, to teach it to you, and we can do repeat after me. So here's how it goes. It goes, people gonna rise like the water. People gonna rise. Gonna calm this crisis down. Gonna calm this crisis down. I hear the voice of my great-granddaughter. I hear the voice of my great-granddaughter. Saying keep it in the ground. Saying keep it in the ground. Let's put it all together. People gonna rise like the water, gonna calm this crisis down. I hear the voice of my great-granddaughter saying keep it in the ground. People gonna rise like the water, gonna calm this crisis down. I hear the voice of my great-granddaughter saying keep it in the ground. One more time. People gonna rise like the water, gonna calm this crisis down. I hear the voice of my great-granddaughter saying keep it in the ground. Woo! That's super beautiful. I love that song so much. So next we're going to hear from a speaker who's been a vocal opponent of all new fossil fuel infrastructure, even pushing his own party to take a firmer stance against new oil and gas pipelines, and he's running in ground zero for the Trans Mountain Pipeline, North Burnaby. Please welcome Sven Robinson to the stage.